Good morning, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us. This is Melanie Merrifield with AIS Media. Thanks for joining us today for our new webinar, New Social Media Rules for 2015. Our presenter, Sarah Fink, is going to start the presentation in just a moment, but first I did want to say welcome and thanks for being part of our presentation today. A little bit about AIS Media. We are digital marketing experts and have 17 years of experience helping our companies, our clients' companies grow. We focus on lifting performance through brand awareness, customer engagement, and conversion rates. Our slogan is results delivered. We work out of two offices, our headquarters here in Atlanta, Georgia, where we work with some of the leading brands in the country, and we also have an affiliate office in Dallas, Texas. You're probably familiar with many of our clients. We work with leading brands such as AT&T, Synovus, Emory Healthcare, First Franklin Financial, JCPenney, all the logos you see represented here. We're an award-winning agency, and we've been in business for 17 years, as I mentioned before. So we're working with about 32 awards in the past 5 years, so we're pleased with that. But today, Sarah Fink's going to be taking us through a quick look at the new rules for social media in 2015. So here's Sarah.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining me. Throughout this series, we've covered a variety of topics, and today we're focusing on social media to make sure you're prepared for the next digital shifts in 2015. In my opinion, we've saved the best for last in this series, talking about social media. So the first rule is to get social. What will be hot won't be in the social media marketing for 2015. It's the perfect time of year to look at key facts based on user behavior. Social media is important for business. The top marketing initiatives for social media in 2015 are increasing brand recognition, increasing brand authority, improved customer insights, and improved conversion rates. 92% of marketers say social media is important for business. This is a really great chart that shows the channel roles in the customer journey. If you take a look at the bottom bar of this chart, you'll see awareness, consideration, intent, and conversion. The conversion represents the bold colors on the chart. As you can see, social is one of the best ways to garner awareness. Although it's not the main driver to the checkout line, social media is a very important piece of the marketing puzzle. You can't get hung up on conversion percentages when it comes to social media. Later in the presentation, we'll dive deeper into measuring social media ROI. So what are the benefits of social media marketing? To create a social media marketing campaign, you need to start by defining your business's goals. Otherwise, you're wandering without a map. You need to brainstorm on those goals first. What are you hoping to achieve through this social media marketing? Who's your target audience? Where would they hang out? Do they use social media? And what message do you want to send? As you can see from this chart, social media's #1 benefit is to increase exposure and awareness. Making the actual sale is lower on the list. Let's start back from the beginning. Here you can see 4 different types of media channels. One of the most important things to understand is the different choice of channels when it comes to publishing your content. Here is a broken down chart of what each channel does. Owned media is the root of it all. This is your platform. You provide the content, you control the platform, and you moderate the comments. It's a showcase for your business and expertise. Owning media is the content that your brand has complete control over, such as corporate websites, blogs, communities, and as well as social media channels like Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram. Owned media initiatives typically target your brand's existing community and/or current customers. Paid media is a good way to promote content in order to drive earned media, as well as direct traffic to your own media properties. Paying to promote content can get the ball rolling and create more exposure. Social media sites like Facebook and Twitter and LinkedIn offer advertising that could potentially help boost your content as well as your website. Any way to gain more exposure for your content is to pay influencers to tweet or share your links. Moving down on the chart, Earned media is essentially press coverage, stories about your work published by legitimate press. Earned media has everything to do with SEO and being content-driven. Earned media is the natural result of public and media relations efforts, ad campaigns and events, and the content that you create within your own media channels. When someone associated with your brand mentions you on Twitter or Facebook or any other social media channels, it's earned media. Other types of earned media include consumer social media posts, tweets, product reviews, photos, and open dialogue within owned communities. And then we have shared media, the mother lode of success, which is social sharing. You're creating such awesome content that people just have to tell others about it. Not enough for them just to enjoy it, they become brand advocates and tell others. That's the main goal. As you can see, digital is taking the lead. If you believe in the power of online marketing, that's great. So do your customers. They trust information online, which gives you enough credibility to your content marketing efforts. The tip is to do content marketing and then do some more. Our research shows from Forbes that 92% of people are more willing to trust information online than any other source. Digital and social listening are more important than ever. Why? A business's online reputation is more important than ever, with 9 out of 10 people putting the same amount of trust in reviews on the internet as much as personal recommendations, according to a new report by SEO agency Bright Local. Social chatter can work more to shape your brand than your paid advertising. Even though traditional advertising costs a lot, it doesn't have the same level of credibility. You have a far higher likelihood of gaining customers' trust through online content marketing, distributed through social media, than traditional advertising, and that's really important to remember. Your Twitter account, Facebook page, and LinkedIn presence do matter. Consumers are willing to identify themselves with the brand. As you can see here, 82% will join a brand-sponsored online community, and that's also from Forbes. So does social media marketing really pay off? Most marketers say yes. More than half of marketers who've been using social media for the last 3 years report it has helped them improve. More than half of whom have spent 6 or more hours per week find the same results, and 74% of those who spend 40+ hours earn new business through their efforts. Conversely, 50% of all marketers taking this survey report social media has not helped them improve sales. This may be because they lack the needed tools to track sales. The time you spend managing your social media is a great investment. The first stage to generating sales is to increase leads. The good news is that it looks like at least 6 hours per week is the magic number to start seeing results. For companies of any size, this seems like a palatable number. By spending as little as 6 hours per week, 66% of marketers see lead generation benefits with social media. This leads us to rule number 2, setting a social strategy. We see this with our clients all the time. Having a written social strategy is key. Once everyone in an organization understands and agrees on that strategy, it is way easier to stay on track. Strategy is like a report card, so you can monitor your effectiveness. Otherwise, you're just wandering. An action item for you to start today is to build a social media strategy, if you haven't already. The goal is to increase brand recognition. It is important to be memorable, not just talking about yourself all the time. Also promote sharing, like you have to see this, content grabbing. And the third is to build trust. Be true to your brand values. You want to be sure you're putting out social messages that reinforce your core values, truth, efficiency, and you want to cover related subjects in social media. How should you set that social strategy? It doesn't have to be that overwhelming. You need to be clear in what you want to achieve, be clear in how you want to plan to get there, be clear about who will help that make it happen, and social media needs to be strategic. But it doesn't matter how strategic it is. It's systematically executed. Strategy will also help you to produce results in a fragmented marketplace. Social audiences are very diverse and will continue splintering. Social diversity represents a serious challenge for brand marketers, particularly for brands seeking the youth market, who are looking to find the right voice for their audiences in the right location. In 2015, the social imperative will remain to hit the right voice on the right social channel, which may not be Facebook at all. Young people are actually abandoning Facebook in record numbers, mostly because older demographics are joining and chasing them away. Let's remember it's uncool to hang out with your friend's parents. This is a really great chart that shows all the social media channels and when to optimize and share at peak hours. There are lots of different uses for each social channel, but it's important to remember to keep a consistent brand image. That's where your strategy comes in. Using social media for marketing enables your business to project your brand image across a variety of different social media platforms. While each channel has its own unique environment and voice, your business's core identity should always stay consistent. Rule number 3 is don't be afraid to blur these lines, and don't neglect to look at that strategy in relation to other areas of marketing. Social, content marketing, and SEO all work together, and that's the most important thing to remember going into 2015. So you want to put out social messages that are on strategy, publish content that supports that strategy, and optimize your content for organic and paid search. Engine optimized so it's all great information can get found by the search engines. That really explains rule number 3. This chart is really great with social media and content marketing and SEO. Recognize that nothing happens in a vacuum. Make sure all the parts of your marketing plan are working together. For instance, recently Google changed how earned media is treated in search rankings. Content marketing, SEO, and social media are more linked now than ever before. Now Google Panda will also take implied links into consideration when evaluating page ranks. That means if your business gets good reviews at a forum, those points are automatically added to your page rating. Businesses with stronger customer service departments can benefit from this infinitely. Take note, it doesn't have to be a hyperlink. Just mentioning the name also does the trick. There's practically no difference between public relations and SEO when it comes to social media. Every social mention counts in defining how your brand shows up in search results. Here's just an example of how Google also recognizes your social sharing, and this in turn propels organic search rankings. One easy way to reinforce your social is piggybacking on your email marketing campaign. Here was an award-winning email we produced for Southeastern United Dairy Industry Association. You can see this fun little human interest story and our social sharing stacked down at the bottom. We added the social sharing and saw a strong bump in sharing among our email list subscribers. The truth is, prospects appreciate the time and energy you put into engaging with them. 78% of people believe that organizations providing custom content are interested in building good relationships with them. This means that content is crucial to setting your organization apart from others, driving traffic to your website, and bringing in business. It's not marketing material. It's important to remember it's entertainment. Think like a publisher and you want to make people read what you're offering them. Or think about a newsstand. What stands out? What makes you want to learn more? Your content should always be unique to your organization, reinforce your brand, and communicate the value that your organization brings to customers. Again, as a reinforcer, content marketing truly is the amplifier. It's important to understand that distribution is just as, if not more important, as creating the content itself when it comes to social media. Now that we've talked about written content, now we really need to talk about creating visual content for your audience. This is a great image. Visuals are processed 60,000 times faster than the brain, in the brain than text. When it comes to what type of content is shared the most across social media, pictures come out on top. Right up there also is opinions, status updates of what or how people are doing, links to other articles, something they like or recommend. Put out messages people will be compelled to pass along. In 2015, people have attention scarcity. Lots more being published, no more hours in the day. So you have to compete with everything else that's vying for their attention. You need to stand out. Infographics is the tactic that has the greatest increase in usage from 2013 to 2014. It was a jump from 51% to 62%. Here's an infographic we at AIS Media created for Client Command. They're a lead development and nurturing company focused on the automotive market. We'll just take you through a quick scroll. It's really attention grabbing. It's more just like captions. Much easier than just reading paragraphs. In fact, images are so important that they are driving the growth of a little channel you might have heard of, Instagram. This is the network for image-based social media marketing. To show how effective visual content can be, let's take a look at Chobani Yogurt case study. AIS Media didn't actually produce this, but I'm a huge Chobani fan, and as a presenter, I got to include some of our favorites. Instagram understands that audiences love to look at beautiful food. So Chobani showcased their yogurt in all kinds of irresistible meal settings. Instagram allows Chobani to show how people actually use our product and inspire new ways to savor. The campaign showcased delicious creations while effectively changing people's perceptions about enjoying the yogurt throughout the day. That's a quote from Jessica Loria, the Director of Brand Communications at Chobani. During their campaign, 4 million 18 to 49-year-old females in the United States were reached over a 4-week period. They saw a 22-point incremental lift in ad recall for people who were repeatedly exposed to the campaign, which is nearly 4 times higher than Nielsen's norms for online advertising. A 7-point incremental lift in shifting perceptions away from Chobani being only eaten at breakfast for people who were repeatedly exposed to the campaign versus the control group. Here's another stat. 42% of marketers plan to increase the use of Instagram in 2015. Another great website for social commerce is Pinterest. Pinterest referrals spend 70% Pinterest referrals spend 70% more time than visitors referred from non-social channels, including search, according to industry reports. Shoppers referred by Pinterest are 10% more likely to make a purchase than visitors who arrive from other social networks, including Facebook and Twitter. They'll also spend 10% more on average. These are all statistics from Wayfair. I showed you an email we created for a client of ours, Studia, with social sharing links, including a link to Pinterest. Another way we were able to drive traffic to their Pinterest page was to create a pin option to each recipe on their website recipe engine section. We saw tremendous results from this. And now rule number 5, social equals sales long term. Social is working so well, and people are spending a lot more time on social and spending more money. In addition to implementing effective mobile and omni-channel strategies, smart retailers will use social networks to customize product and service offerings. Sorry, I take a sip of water. Rather than assembling data in the research department, companies can leverage customers' also bought wish lists, Facebook campaign likes, and Pinterest board activities to market to customers in niche product areas. It also shows as they happen deals and sales. 2015 will provide an opportunity for e-commerce retailers to set the standard for capturing more social web market share. As they happen deals 2015 provide an opportunity for e-commerce retailers to set the standard for capturing more social web market share. 94% of people follow brands on Twitter to receive deals and offers. This brings us to the Twitter ad business model, where you pay for results, not just visibility. With Twitter's move to offering businesses more choice and flexibility in how and what they pay for in terms of advertising, more small and medium-sized businesses will jump on the Twitter ad bandwagon in 2015. The new fee structure allows businesses to pay for certain performance-based actions rather than just retweets or clicks. These objective-based campaigns will offer more flexibility, including tweet engagements, such as retweets and replies, website clicks or conversions, new followers, and leads. The Twitter campaigns will be particularly appealing to small business owners who want to pay for results, not just brand visibility. Another thing is Facebook relaunches Atlas. In 2013, Facebook bought Atlas, an ad server from Microsoft, for $100 million. Facebook recently announced that they are relaunching Atlas, and we've learned that what Facebook intends to do with it. Facebook aims to use this ad server to measure ad campaigns across multiple devices more effectively, as well as give advertisers access to Facebook's targeting precision across the entire web. This is big news for marketers, as this means digital campaigns and online advertising can better track who is actually seeing their content, where it's being accessed. These ads will also be more tailored to the appropriate audiences to make them more effective. We couldn't talk about social in 2015 without talking about LinkedIn. It's another mega channel for social media. Of course, this is the top network of choice for B2B crowds for years already, and moving into 2015, you can expect to see LinkedIn widen the gap as the B2B network. While B2C marketers report LinkedIn as being significantly less important than Facebook or Twitter for marketing efforts, the numbers are very different for the B2B crowd. According to the Social Media Examiner survey for 2014, 88% of B2B marketers are using LinkedIn compared to 89% for Facebook and 86% for Twitter. Surprisingly, looking ahead to 2015, it looks like LinkedIn will surpass both Facebook and Twitter for B2B marketing. Social commerce sales of physical goods are projected to grow by 93% per year in the United States, reaching $14 billion by 2015. As a result, e-commerce merchants will have to socialize more if they want to stand out from their competitors and protect their brands. This is really important to remember in the holiday season. Well, that comes to the end of our presentation. I want to thank you all for attending. We also are so excited to announce our new demand generation webinar series. It's going to be happening towards the middle of January, and since you attended the webinar, you can go ahead and pre-register. We also want to mention that you can call us today for a complimentary content strategy consultation. We'll be happy to hear from you. And if you take the time, we'll have a quick survey at the end. Thank you again for joining us.